Saturday morning. How was everybody's Saturday so far? Was everybody here yesterday as well? Give a cheer if you were here yesterday. I know that we are really enjoying our first year here in Oklahoma City, and we are just super excited to come back hopefully for multiple years. Who has been to a Q&A here already? Yes? Nice, perfect. Well, I have a couple of rules that we have to go through before we get started. My first rule is you only get one question. One question, please. Please be courteous to the people behind you. A lot of people have questions, so make sure that you only do one question. Rule number 2 is no requests. No, please, Stephen, sing me happy birthday. Try my hot sauce. Say hello to my grandma. Let me FaceTime her real quick. As much as we would love to make you all happy, please save that. Go see him at his booth. He will be there all weekend, and that is definitely just something that you can do at the booth. Rule number 3 is be courteous to the people behind you. Make sure your question is not a 1-part, 2-part, 3-part question. Make sure it is just one question. That would be great. Rule number 4 is be courteous to our guests as well. Make sure that you lead your question with kindness. And rule number 5 is have fun. We are here to have fun. All right, everybody, is everyone ready? Please welcome to the stage, Stephen Amell. How are you doing today? It's bright light, right? Bright lights. They'll wake you up. They'll get you good. Good. How is your time in Oklahoma City so far?
Second time that I've been here.
I was going to ask that. A lot of people that I've talked to have never been here before.
When I decided to become an actor, I drove from Toronto to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And in that process, in my smart car, true story,
Okay.
I passed through Oklahoma City.
Was it on the way from Toronto? I'm American, so I'm bad at geography in my blood.
People think that when you go from Toronto to Los Angeles, no, it's more like across.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
The northernmost point of California is more northern than the southern point of Ontario.
I need to look at a map more, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. How long was that drive? Hour? Like days? Or?
Oh, that depends on how bad you want to get there.
That's true, that's true.
It's 3,100 miles.
Gosh. Well, now that's behind you. You're flying nowadays. You would never fly.
Yeah.
So what were you, when you came here the first time, you just stopped? Have you been able to enjoy Oklahoma so far, or are you just all GalaxyCon all the time?
We went to a lovely restaurant last night, the Teller or something.
Oh, that's where I want to go on Sunday. It's like a bank.
Yeah, it was good.
It was cool?
I had the pizza.
Okay, I have to make sure I get a good reservation.
It was good.
It's cool. It's like a renovated bank, right? So fancy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to go and enjoy some more Oklahoma City, I think. So you've been a very busy guy lately. I saw a comment on the internet that you're becoming like Netflix's son. You have Code 8. The son of Netflix. Suits LA. Isn't that's Netflix as well, right? It's not? Oh, the internet's wrong.
Not yet.
Well, hopefully. Oh, Heels, that's what it was. Heels got picked up by Netflix.
It did.
And I love that show. I'm hoping that with the resurgence of Netflix, any possibility for a season 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm hoping so, because how it left off was too much. No spoilers.
But I think just give a spoiler.
What was that?
Nothing.
Y'all, by the way, y'all can go ahead and line up for your questions while we go ahead and go. I know you're a big wrestling fan.
I am.
You have been forever. You did wrestling on the
Literally
WWE. me.
Forever.
Forever. I like wrestling, but I don't know too much about it. However, I once got tackled by Nia Jax, and it rocked my world. And I've never been the same since.
I'm sorry, there are kids at this point.
Well, I was almost dead on the ground. And you willingly went to the WWE and got tackled. How were you, as a fan of wrestling, that first hit? Were you like, this is so fun? Or were you like, this really hurts?
I was like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
People do that for a job.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's like, it's good.
Yeah. It seems very, very fun. We can go ahead and take that first question. Go right ahead. What's your name?
My name is Brittany, and I'm here for my grandma Sandy, who is 80 years old and has made it to 12 ponds so far to see Stephen. And she would like some story time. So rumor has it, there was a time where you were stopped because you had explosives found on your hands. Could you tell us about that?
So I went to a con in Phoenix in 2014, and I was going through the security checkpoint, with my family. They pull me aside and they go, "Sir, you've got explosives on your hands." I went, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. And we gotta take you off to the side. So they took me off to the side. And they did, and then my wife and our daughter went off to the gate.
So we don't know him.
And they came back, and I was like, listen, I just did the con. I'm sorry that I have explosives on my hands. It's just cash. Like, we deal with cash right here. And they put me into a spot like off the side, and then people came back, and my wife was like, I need to find out what's going on with Stephen. And she came back, and a guy was just Googling me. That's it. That's the whole story.
He was like, sir, you have explosives on your hands. Can you hold this pen, write your name?
And then, but
photos?
then, I'm sorry. And then I spent 18 months in prison.
Oh, yes. Yes, it changed you as a person. You know, no more handling cash credit only now.
All right, okay, let's go.
Thank you so much for your question.
Hi, my name is Amy. I am a mom of 4 boys, and
Hey,
Amy. Never knew anything about the Green Arrow, and so fantastic.
Until now.
Well, yes, no. We watch all the episodes, love it. But I have a WWE question. So,
Amy, how old are your boys?
I have a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old that's behind me a little bit. I have an 18-year-old, and I have a 15-year-old.
You started having kids when you were 6?
This is why I love you.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
so
all
much.
right, let's go on.
Okay, here's the question. What did you think about Cody Rhodes winning? You know.
Oh my God, I was so happy. And I put out a video on Instagram because I knew that he was going to win for a variety of reasons. He was going to win because he deserved it. He was going to win because it made sense. He was going to win because 2 days after WrestleMania 39, I sat with him in his bus, and he was like, I'm gonna win in 40. No, you're not. And the final reason that he is because I went to the first day of shooting on my new job the day after Mania. and it was in Vancouver, and this was in Philadelphia, and he won because I couldn't beat him. Is that a good answer for you?
That's great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The key is not to be there, or you just won't win.
That's exactly right.
That always works out that
Oh
way.
my God, I'm gonna go to
You're gonna have to
WrestleMania
watch
42
out.
and he's gonna lose.
No, you're banned from the arena. What's your name?
My name is James. I was back to WWE. I was going to ask, how was it wrestling Cody Rhodes or Stardust at the time?
It was amazing, man. He took great care of me. He was very thoughtful. He brought me in. I didn't know anything about anything. And he took care of me. It was great. He was terrific. Who is your favorite wrestler?
Probably The Rock when he was fighting Stone Cold in those matches.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Did you referee my match?
Sure, yes I did. My name's Daniel, it's good to meet you. I met you yesterday, you were really kind, so thank you for coming to OKC. My question is Green Arrow and wrestling related. Who's a pro wrestler you would have liked to have had on Arrow?
On Arrow, Jake the Snake Roberts. And on Heels, if it wasn't for COVID, I think Stone Cold would have played my dad. Shit, I shut up.
They won't tell anyone, don't worry. This isn't recorded.
Is it not?
It is. That's why you make me feel better. It is, in fact. Delete that. Delete it.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
It's fine. What happened here stays.
Exactly. The people of Oklahoma City know how to keep a secret.
My comments on the strike would suggest otherwise. Okay.
My name's Emily. I was just wondering, you did Green Arrow. Is there any other DC superhero villain or any role you would want to play?
No. I've done it.
Sticking with Green Arrow. Any of them.
If you can be identified by a character in an iconography of the DC universe, stick with that. Unless you're Josh Brolin. And then just do all the things. Does that make sense? Okay.
I don't think I would want to switch away from Arrow, Green Arrow either. It's a good one.
Well, that was my question. So, another question I had was, is there ever a reason for DC, as far as DC goes, why, unlike Marvel, where the movies were connected with the series, that Arrow is not connected to the DC universe? And if that were to happen, why weren't you in the Justice League? That's all I was saying. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, there are. They're above my pay grade.
Gotcha.
And they're stupid.
They're stupid.
Well,
I mean, they're right. You're right.
aren't they?
Yeah, I agree.
Hey Steve, how's it going? My name is Tanner.
Good, man.
I'm one of Amy's sons. Just wanted to point that out.
Oh my God! What if the?
This was one
I'm
of
sorry.
the-
Was it 7, 8, 7? It was 4. Okay.
We have
Go on.
Okay.
Are you wearing shoes? They connect to your socks. Got it. Okay. Go on.
Just socks from up here.
I love sneakers. But my question to you. So Arrow and Heels training, physically training. Like, how is the difference between Arrow training, getting in shape, and Heels training, and what was your favorite part in that?
I didn't like getting in shape for Arrow at all. It was about getting in shape for a poster. Heels was about getting in shape to wrestle in the ring. I liked that a lot because we had to rumble around. And then my first day, I broke my back. Actually.
I know. I saw that happened.
And But the training for training for Arrow was great. But training for Arrow was all about training for fights, and our guys would be like, "All right, listen, you've got to do 4 moves here, bang, 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 bang. This is our shot. Bang, 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 bang. This is our shot. Bang, 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 bang. This is our shot." Whereas with heels, it was like, "All right, you guys are gonna go wrestle."
So is that your favorite part?
No. My favorite part was the stuff the whole with Stacy. That was the stuff. Like, Stacy, I don't want to wrestle no more.
Well, we have to pay these bills.
I'm sorry, you're doing impersonation. What was your favorite part?
The impact you had on me and my brothers. When it came to the Arrow and heels, just the brotherhood in Arrow helped us brothers come together. And you're our little, we're like, okay, we've got our Arrow team. And so that's what we felt like. We felt like bodyguards every time walking out with Mom. We're like, okay, we're looking left and right. We feel like, Mom's here. We're all taller and older. And so that's just the impact it had on us and my brothers is really my favorite part of it. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Wholesome at 12 in the afternoon. Oh my gosh. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Jaden. I'm 14 years old. I got one question for you. Which one would you prefer, real wrestling or WWE? Because I am a wrestler for Union.
I would go WWE because I do not want to wrestle you. Because I feel like you kick the shit out of me.
You don't want that smoke.
I don't want it.
No, not at all.
Also, too, I just got all emotional with that. No, they're two different things. They're as different as stage acting and opera. Totally different. But I also just know that you kick the shit. You probably kick the shit.
I agree. The pants, the shirt, the haircut, he would own you.
I've been state champion twice now.
See, there
I'm
it
probably
is.
gonna make it the third time.
There it is, right there.
And my dad, this is from my dad. He wanted to know, is it hot in the Green Arrow Zoo?
Yeah. It's incredibly hot. Okay, you're doing one of two things. You are sweating out 10 pounds or you're freezing. There's no in between. You're either on a stage sweating out 10 pounds or you're on a rooftop when you sweat and then you freeze for the entire night.
Then you never had good weather on the rooftop. It was always like rainy
No,
or
of
like
course you don't.
Toronto weather.
It's Vancouver.
Vancouver weather. Remember geography bad. American.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Clark.
Hey, Clark.
I have a quick question.
You look a little like a young Tom Welling over
Thank
there,
you.
Clark.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I was going for.
Well, nailed it, Clark.
Thank you. So, if you, who was your favorite actor to work with on the Arrow?
Ever?
Yeah, just like
Like I have to pick one?
Yeah, you have to pick your favorite. And remember, it's recorded. Think about it.
David Ramsey.
That's a good answer.
Go on, Clark.
Hi, Stephen. My name is Bailey. I just wanted to know if there had been an Arrow Season 9, what storylines would you like to have seen explored?
Well, spoiler. I would have been resurrected from the dead. Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, selfishly, just hanging out at the Queen Mansion, like 14 years earlier, doing stupid shit with Tommy. What would you like?
I would have liked to see what happened to William in the future plotline. But
What do you think happened to him?
don't know who he was kidnapped by, so yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so in the future,
Yeah.
it would be Oliver officiating he and his husband's wedding. What about that?
I love that.
I like that too.
How we doing? Good. First time I got to meet you, I was so starstruck I couldn't get a single word out, so I'm gonna try.
Well, look at you now.
Willingly standing up and asking for questions.
Huge fan, been a Green Arrow fan for like my entire life. Like my firstborn is named Oliver. Huge fan. My favorite part about that is that you got picked for him and you're such a cool guy to be a fan of after the fact. So with that story being said, what's like one fan story that like started really bad for the fan that you talked about to go off the ledge of freaking out that pops in mind?
I don't know that I've ever had a bad like fan experience.
Shouldn't say bad, but like someone who was like super nervous and it ended up cool.
I mean, a lot of people pass out.
I made it better than him.
A lot of people come up and you get the autograph and they go, "I wish it was Justin."
That's not fair.
By the way, that's fine. I don't know. I've done probably 100 cons, and I've met probably 100,000 people. I can't really say that there's ever been a negative interaction in any way, shape, or form. Everyone's always so kind and so thoughtful. You're welcome.
I feel like a lot of cons have the nerd space that facilitates with really kind people too.
But what's the nerd space?
The nerd space, just like we're all like nerdy kids that were bullied sometimes.
That's
usually
just
treat with kindness.
That's just the space. Everyone else can fuck off.
Yeah, I agree. Hello,
All right,
Captain
Captain. Let's go.
Hey, Stephen. I just want to say first, man, thanks for coming to Oklahoma City. Like, I think I speak for everybody. We really appreciate it a lot. We don't get a whole lot here. We appreciate you coming, man. Thank you. My question was, throughout your whole time doing Green Arrow, like it could be one or two, it could be multiple things, whatever you want, but what is like the most important life lessons you as a person took from your time on Green Arrow?
Being on Arrow taught me how to be a leader. And it taught me how to, I hope, be a good dad and a better husband. And, going into my new jobs and my jobs since then, I've tried to take that forward. But, when you're on a show like that, people look to you. And I was young, and I didn't know. And so I led with, like, my voice, and ba, ba, ba. And now on subsequent opportunities, I lead with my actions and my words, and the way that I carry myself. So I think that
watched a few interviews before this to prep, and you talk so wonderfully and highly of all of your kids and both of your kids and your family, and it really shows that you are a great dad. And each of your roles, I've made a connection that in each show you've done recently, you're the leader in all of the shows, and Heels.
God damn it.
Yeah, and even in Code 8, you're a leader of a game, but you're a leader.
Oh, no, I'm not the leader in Code 8. Robbie is the leader in Code 8.
Yes,
and it's
he
lovely.
is. He is, but I think you exude leadership qualities, even as yourself and as an actor, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Bert. Thank you.
Next question was my name is Phoebe. I've been a big fan of Arrow for the longest time. So my question is, you've gone through 8 seasons of Arrow, shooting a bow and arrow at people, performing a lot of trick arrows. My question is, what's the most memorable triumph or mishap that happened on set while shooting?
Well, the biggest non-mishap was during the pilot where I was actually aiming an arrow at somebody. And I turned to someone and I go, this is not going to end well. Like you can put a something on the end of the arrow. It doesn't matter. Like if I'm aiming to the left, like it could go back. So we ended up averting that mishap and changing then it just became CGI. But the biggest.
But you still had form, so good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've got a story about that if you want. What was the biggest? So the biggest mishap and the biggest
Triumph.
Oh man, the biggest triumph was the last 10 episodes of season 8. And see that 80% of the crew that was there in 2012 was there on the last day for the last scene on season 8. And the only reason that it wasn't 100% was because 20% of the people had gotten better jobs on other DC shows that Arrow helped create. That was the biggest triumph.
Catalyst of many careers, I would say, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. I've been a huge fan of Arrow since it came out, and huge just comic book fan. I started out taking my son to Free Comic Book Day and kind of led from there for our family. But
that's cool.
Yeah, so I have been a huge fan of yours and kind of following your career, and I just love what you project and what a great family person you are. And so my question is actually, I'm a huge fan of Code 8 as well, and so I was curious. I can see the love you have for your wife and daughter immensely. But Robbie, I'm curious, do you get along good on the set?
He's the worst.
Yeah, I was curious if you spat, if you guys hang out a lot, if your family's close, if you enjoy working together.
Yeah, 100%. He's 7 years older than I am. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm 7 years older than he is. No, we get along great. We work in different ways, but he couldn't be an extra guy. He's getting ready to go to Vancouver to shoot Upload. Couldn't be an extra guy. Love that guy.
Yeah, he seems really, actually he's really cool. A friend of ours, he mentored him as he was doing a movie.
Oh, really?
For Cha Cha Real Smooth. He helped mentor our friend Evan, so it was really cool of him
Did he do a good job?
He did a great job. From what I understand, they have nothing but good things to say about him. So I just think that's really cool of your family. But I dressed up as Felicity. My name's Emily, so it kind of made sense. So.
It does make sense.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Have a great day.
I feel like Codate had to be great for y'all's families because they could just visit you both there. Was it like a little?
Yeah, we got to do the big world premiere in Toronto. It was just amazing.
That's awesome. I hope there's many more to come. It's a great world for world building.
Yeah, so the director of Codate, I was in the car on the way here to get to Oklahoma City, and he was like, "Hey, listen, man, I want to do more Codate stuff, but I've been working on Codate for 8 years, and I need a break." And I went, "Oh, you do? After 8 years, you need a break?"
Now's not the time.
And he went, "Are you familiar with that?" And I went, "Uh-huh."
Understandable, I guess. Understandable. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
So, a few years ago, actually, before I watched The Arrow, I started watching The Flash, right? But my brother was like a huge, he's always been like a huge superhero nerd. And so he was like, hey, you know,
Are you going to ask me if I know Grant Gustin? Because I do.
That will come. So basically, my brother told me, you know, hey, you know, there's more of these shows in this series. And I'm like, obviously, there's a crossover every season. So I finally, like, I was on like season 5 of.
Go on, Daniel. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
I was just wondering, like, what is your like personal relationship with Grant Gustin? Like, are you two like close or like?
They body swapped, so that's about as close as you can get.
So, do you want a long answer or a short answer?
Long, please.
Okay, Daniel. So after the first season of Arrow, a bunch of people called me in, and they're like, "We want to create the Justice League on TV." And I went, "That sounds great, guys. I don't know what that means, but go on." And they said that the first character that we're going to introduce is going to be Barry Allen. I'm like, that's amazing. And then smash cut to like 3-4 months later, we're doing a table read for episode 208 of Arrow, and Grant Gustin just shows up. He's got all the lines in this table read around a bunch of actors that are jealous. Not me, but a bunch of others. And me. And he just comes in and just nails it. And from then on, I was like, oh man. The very first scene that I shot with Grant was a different moment for my character. I was so happy about that. Just came in and just so cool. And he's leading a Broadway play right now. Just that he's a G, period. Not just Grant, a G. Is that good enough?
That works.
We have about 6 minutes left, so time for a few more questions. If we can't get
Probably
to
like 10 more.
what, 10 more questions? Yeah. So if we don't get to them, you
Or
will
like
be
6.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Hi, I'm Cortez. I'm 16. I love the show Arrow, every episode of it, right? I was devastated when I saw it.
You started watching it when you were 2?
I started watching it a few years ago, and I loved it, so.
Thank you.
So, if James Gunn was to ask you if he would like to come back one more time for his DC universe, would you say yes?
Yeah, probably, but I'm busy, man. I'm about to be I'm about to be real busy.
Understandable.
But also, yeah. I also wouldn't mind seeing someone else just pop up as Green Arrow. Okay, it's fine. Listen, a bunch of people in this crowd were like, never, if it's not Justin Hartley. It's like, just chill out, it's fine.
Thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome.
Hello. Hi. My name is Scarlett, and I'm a mom of 2 boys at home who currently are in therapy called ABA for their behaviors, and they're autistic. And you were talking earlier about being a leader. You're a leader in my house because of your show and other superhero shows that my best friend Shannon has shown me. My 8-year-old nonverbal is now speaking in 3-worded sentences. They also recognize you and jump around on my furniture now as well.
You own her furniture, apparently.
No, he goes my mom's furniture because I live at her house, and she was here yesterday, and she'll be here tomorrow. But my question would be, since you do work with James Gunn, I know that you were talking about how you like playing Green Arrow and you don't want to go anywhere else, but he's doing the Avatar movies. Would you want to be in any of those coming up?
First of all, thank you. That's pretty cool. Secondarily, as an actor, I'm just looking to do cool things. That's it. Every major job that I've gotten, I had no idea that it existed about 3 days before I got it.
That sounds about right.
This is the world that we choose.
Yeah. Thank you so much for answering that.
You're welcome.
Could be a Navi though, I'm just saying.
Could be.
Could be blue, gray, whatever the new one is. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Jackson. And I was just wondering, in all the seasons of the Arrow, which version of the Arrow costume is your favorite?
Season 3.
Okay. Thank you.
He was in them a lot, so you would know by now.
Just not season 4.
Hi, I'm Isabella.
Hey, Isabella.
My question is, what is your favorite episode of Arrow or episode of The Flash that you were in?
The first episode of Arrow, because man oh man, when you have to put that superhero suit on for the first time, you might look stupid. And then the first episode of The Flash, because if Oliver didn't show up, then Barry would just be called, I don't know, that red thing. But Oliver was like, no. You go through your city, saving people in a flash.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dennis. I've been a fan of the Arrow for many years, second only to Batman. And I was wondering...
Is he here?
Big shoes to fill.
It's not big shoes to fill, because he's done 170 episodes of television.
That's true, he has not. He has
Okay,
not. Yeah,
bring him out.
You're right.
Sorry, Dennis, go ahead. I'm sorry.
he's been in 300 episodes become the animated.
Well, okay. The animated person didn't have to stand on rooftops for 8 goddamn years, Dennis. And by the way, when we go back for a limited series, they're not going to draw that either. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dennis. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask, in the show, you always hinted that Batman existed. Was there any plans for you to meet up and fight in one episode? And if that's true, who do you think would win, you or the Batman?
That depends.
On what?
I don't know. Does he have a suit on?
Yeah.
Oh, then I win. Sorry, are we in space?
I don't see why not. That could be a.
You're gonna win. Are we in Gotham?
Yeah, I guess that could be an option.
Counter.
Hang on. I win. Why do you like Batman so much?
Oh, I kind of grew up on the series as a kid. I used to watch Adam West.
Makes perfect sense. You know, I'm just better than Batman.
I agree.
But also, Adam West is from Walla Walla, Washington. I love Adam West. Fantastic.
That's cool.
Thank you so much for your question.
Got 3 more.
Hi, Stephen. My name is Jackie. I'm a huge fan, and so is my little sister. We watch the Arrow and Flash a lot together. But my question is, you guys did a lot of different crossovers with some of the other shows. What was your favorite crossover?
When Grant and I got to swap bodies, and I got to wear the Flash suit, and just in general, be Barry. That was fun, because you know, I don't know if you guys know, but you know, I'm funny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Courtney. So first of all, yes, you are a leader. When I was in college, your campaign, the first time I remember anything that campaign that was, excuse my language, like cancer with the ribbon was one of the most warm days I had. So yes, you are an impeccable leader along with some of the other shows that you were involved with. But my question is, you did a lot of crossovers. What was your favorite part of the crossovers that might have made it not to the bloopers?
The Flash's catering. It was so much better than Arrow's catering. It just bummed me out so much that like I go to the Arrow catering and they give me like 7 strips of bacon and just weird eggs, and then I go to the Flash and they're like, "What sort of scramble do you want?" That's it. No one cares about this. You know, that was actually my most favorite thing. Last one.
How you doing?
Not bad.
Well, sorry. My name's Matthew. I've actually met you before down in Dallas at Fan Expo.
Cool, man.
My daughter's a huge fan. She was junior high at the time. She's now in college. So, but I had a question. Which bow did you prefer using, the Martin Saber recurve or the Night Kestrel compound?
Recurve, which is why I stole it.
A follow-up to that, how much draw weight do they normally have on that? Because it looked like, it looked like you were actually pulling weight on there, whereas like if you watch the Marvel movies, Hawkeye, it looks like he's using baby's first bow and arrow. It's like nothing. So I was always impressed because it looked like you were actually pulling some decent draw weight on it. So I was just curious where you actually.
That's because I'm a better archer than Hawkeye.
I give you that, absolutely.
That's a good way to end.
That was a perfect question. I'm glad we got to that one.
I'll tell you side stage.
Yes, please. And by the way, Stephen's going to be at his booth all weekend.
Today.
Oh, and by all weekend, I mean today. So please come by his booth. If you have any other questions, I'm sure he'd love to see you get an autograph.
Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate
Thank you all for
you.
being here today. We're actually going to take a quick stage selfie if you don't mind. Yes, everybody's just going to stand up in their chairs. We're going to pose to Pedro here.
All right, if you can see this camera right here, I can see you. On the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, GalaxyCon!
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you guys very much.
That was fun.